man, I couldn't get my engine back in at all.
Hello fellow pilots, I'm Japan and this is another episode of Advanced Fighter Pilot Training. A little bit over 2 years ago I posted a video about dogfights maneuvers and it's a very successful video. A lot of players have seen that, a lot of comments and likes. So one of the maneuvers I talked about in this video was rolling scissors, but it's only very briefly explained how this maneuver should look like. During this long period of time I had good few requests from viewers to show more examples and explain that better. So here we go. In this episode I'm gonna make a deep dive into rolling scissors maneuver, how to perform it, when and what planes are the best for it. I will use the training room with friends and real battle examples, so let's get into it. So let's start with the first training battle, and my wingman in XFL1, he set up this plane just for this training, so he doesn't have equipment here and very poor pilot, just to get these parameters, which is 9.6 average turn time, 130 degrees rate of roll and 170 stall speed. Stall speed is very important also, but I'm gonna come back to stall speed later on for this maneuver. And I'm gonna fly in LGG3 series 34, which is one of my favorite tier 5, and I have 10 seconds average turn time, but I have much better rate of roll, 173 degrees per second, and stall speed 140, also better. So the main thing for this maneuver is rate of roll, so any fighter with good rate of roll is good for that maneuver. And first thing first, this is defensive maneuver. We use it against diving or simply high-speed enemy. We shouldn't use it offensively because the fire angles are very difficult, so if we use it offensively it's most likely a mistake. But we focus on defense, and when the enemy is approaching from above or just simply with high speed, we can force enemy to overshoot by turning into the enemy, like in here. And then we use our rate of roll to roll quickly and again turn into the enemy, and this is going to form the rolling scissors. So initially we start as a one circle fight, which is transformed very often into the vertical fight, a series of barrel rolls, and when we are on top of the barrel roll we are more offensive and we can use the gravity to assist us and get fire angle advantage on enemy. And when we are on the bottom we are more defensive, and it's critically important to manage the speed correctly, not to speed up, just keep slowing down, and of course not to stall the plane, so maintaining best maneuverability at minimum possible speed. So everything is fine if your opponent is actually doing rolling scissors and turning into you, so he's playing this, but most often in a battle you're gonna meet the players which have no clue about this maneuver and they just gonna simply keep turning. Like in this case here I dodge my friend, yeah, he's going after me, but I'm gonna use my roll to have better fire angle advantage. It's cost me a little bit, he keep put some shots on me, but look, eventually I get my advantage, yeah, but what is he doing? He is keep turning and he's not engaging rolling scissors anymore, so now I need to switch into two circle fight. And in this case I'm doing that wrong because I'm doing this vertically and I slow down too much and I take too much punishment now. But I did switch that eventually. We again in the rolling scissors, but he's again keep turning, so he's using his turn rate, which is better, to get advantage. Now I switch again and roll again, and we still in the rolling scissors now. So you see I'm getting my this time I did it right and I'm getting my advantage. I get fire angle advantage, but I touch his wing and I didn't have enough HP, and that's how that's end up. I simply losing that. And so that's gonna be the biggest problem, that players not going to engage in the rolling scissors, they gonna keep turning. So that's gonna be a problem when you're flying a plane which is a little bit less maneuverable. So the difference in maneuverability cannot be great. Like average turn time, that's most important. If you have this average turn time difference, then you risk you're gonna lose that if enemy will be keep turning. Now I mentioned that the stall speed is very important. So in here the Spitfire have 120 km/h stall speed, and this is LGG3 from Tech Tree, and he have 140 km per hour stall speed. So in the beginning, as you see, it seems to look like a rolling scissors working for me. Yeah, I had the fire angle advantage, but inevitably I'm just gonna end up on front of the Spitfire because he keeps slowing down, and I cannot slow down to 120. I have minimum speed, like stall speed 140, yeah? So that's what's happening. That's why stall speed is important. If the enemy plane have better stall speed, by better I mean he can fly slower, yeah? Then we cannot engage the rolling scissors with that enemy. Now, what kind of planes are good for rolling scissors? Obviously, we can say any plane with very good rate of roll, like Lavochkin line in USSR Tech Tree, LA5, LA7, LA9, and so on. All those planes have very good rate of roll. But we also need stall speed to be the same as your enemy or slower. And turn time, it's also very important. We cannot have much of the difference in turn time between our plane and enemy, because the rate of roll works only when we roll into enemy. Then we have this advantage, but only for a split second, and when we roll into enemy we again rely on our turn time. So our enemy, maybe his roll is longer, okay, but when he finish eventually his roll, yeah, then he start using his advantage in turn time. So the difference cannot be too great, because we cannot make up that difference with just rate of roll. In this training here, my friend and Spitfire have a little bit better turn time. I believe that was 0.2 seconds only. Theoretically, those two planes can be built for maneuverability and have the same average turn time, but I built my one for speed and maneuverability, so such a mix. And I'm trying to use my rate of roll, which is much better. So as you see, also I abuse a little bit this stall speed. I even go below 120 km per hour, which can be very useful because planes very often can still be controlled even if he's dropped a little bit below 120 or whatever your stall speed is, and that can be very useful. So eventually I'm getting this fire angle advantage, and I get Spitfire here. But the main thing here is that this difference in turn time is just very little. That's why I managed to win this. But if that's gonna be like 0.5 seconds or more, then we are in big trouble. Rate of roll will not make this up. But the biggest mistake we can make is just before we get into the maneuver. So in this moment we decide, are we going to the one circle fight or two circle fight, and this is that moment where we most often make mistake. And when we go for two circle fight, this is the problem, because the Spitfire, which have better turn time, he's gonna come back to the another head-on faster. And if you add to this that Spitfire have better firepower, then most likely you have no chance to get away from this now. Yeah, we get back to the head-on, but it's too late. He have better firepower, and that's it. So I checked that good few times, and even if you survive that, then you have so little HP that you can get killed just right after, if you not get killed in head-on. Yeah. Now this is another training here, and this time Spitfire is going to switch from one circle to two circle fight. But so this is going to be a very good example that it's not really possible. So you see, he's going to his right, I'm going to my left, so it's look like one circle fight, good for me. But now he's switching, yeah, now he switch, he roll, and he's trying to get into two circle fight. So he wants to get back to head on and take me out with his superior firepower and so on. But it's too late, it's just the late is too big, so I'm gonna get back to him, to my head on with him faster. So you see, I'm getting back faster because that switch after this initial turn is just taking too much time, so this is not really working for him. Yeah. And guys, if you would like to find out more about one circle fight, two circle fight, and many other aspects of the dogfight, I recommend you that video about maneuvers available in World of Warplanes, so that's gonna be very useful. Now one more thing here is Japanese planes which have very low stall speed, but they have basically terrible rate of roll. But just because they have this rate of roll terrible, we cannot go into the rolling scissors with them. So basically we go head on, we attack them, use our firepower or HP, whatever, and or disengage and come back for another attack, like I did here. I just disengage. But when you get into the dogfight with them, if you going up against good player, he definitely gonna slow down, and nothing will help you here. Just no matter what you do, you are on the lost position. He's just going to get behind you just because he's slowing down and he's flying like 90 km/h. I'm flying 120 and nothing I can do here. But of course, the reality of the battles are different and we're not going up against top players all the time, so you may be able to do the rolling scissors up against this particular plane. It's A6 M3 experimental, Tier 5 premium Japanese plane, very maneuverable, acrobatic maneuverability basically. So I'm gonna show you now this couple examples of battles, like in here. So I'm flying, I see this guy over there in a very maneuverable light fighter, but he's far away and he's actually chasing someone. So basically I'm gonna focus now on taking over this sector before I engage into this dogfight. And this is huge advantage. If we are going to fight someone over our sector, this is huge advantage because air defense aircraft can help us, and air defense on the ground guns also keep firing at enemy planes, so that's a huge advantage. Now I have this sector now, but I have to deal with this guy, so I just mark him, mark on target, and I see the distance, so I know that he's diving on me, and he's just about to attack me. So I'm gonna turn into him to close the distance, so force him to overshoot, yeah, and then I'm gonna try to use my rate of roll and keep turning into him. But again, as I warned, he's gonna keep turning. He's not going to the rolling scissors, he's just keep turning. So I switch again, but that's gonna cost me some HP now. And again he's turning. So this is a very interesting moment now, because I'm gonna I have to switch now again, yeah, roll, which is now, and to avoid some of this punishment I'm gonna even roll more. There you go, see, this move helped me to dodge a little bit of this fire, and now I get back to head on, and this is the final moment. And that's it. I have more HP, I have more resistance to damage, and that's why I survive. The Japanese planes are very good, but they are very fragile and very easy to destroy. Now another example is with this E-17. So basically now I'm an offensive now, so I attack this guy, but he just realized that he's under attack, so he's using his turn rate to get back to me on my tail, yeah, and I cannot do anything about it. So I switch to rolling scissors now. I take a little bit of punishment, roll again and roll again, and when he's realizing that's not gonna end up well for him, he's gonna keep turning now. You see, that's what he's doing, and this is good, because E-17 rate of roll is very bad. So I'm gonna switch now again, but I can say again, I'm fighting over my sector and my allies help me out in here, so that's how that's end up. Now to sum up, it's not very easy maneuver to pull out, and it's acquired from you a lot of knowledge about all other planes on your tier. You need to know all the parameters of those planes, so it's not very easy to perform and acquire a lot of knowledge. Okay, I think we're getting in the end of the video, so I would like to thank you, all those players which helped me out on training room and spend the time there for my testing and all this. So big thank you for Backup Blob, which is very good player on NA server, and Big Granddaddy also helped me out, and thank you very much for that. And my wingman and Ob Destroyer on the European server also spent some time with me on training room, and without these training sessions this video wouldn't be possible. So thank you very much, guys, and that will be it in this video. I hope you like it, found it useful. If so, please leave me a like and subscribe for future content, and thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Take care, guys.
Hey, I'm number one.